More Gospel, chapter 28. Use it or lose it. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you have entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's joy. When the man who had received 1 bag of gold came, Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30. In the parable, those who use their talents get more, but the one who is lazy and doesn't loses it all. This is the principle. Use it or lose it. It applies to almost everything. Use your mind by studying, and you will get smarter. Use your muscles in the weight room, and you'll get stronger. Invest your money wisely, and you will get richer. Practice makes perfect, and the more you do something, the better you'll be able to do it. Conversely, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Do you remember how to figure out algebra and calculus problems? If you're an engineer who uses this kind of math every day at your job, I'm sure you're very proficient at it. But if you're like me and you have never used this math knowledge since high school, you probably don't know any of it anymore. My dad spoke French for the first 10 years of his life. One day, his dad ordered all the kids in the family to stop speaking French and only to speak English. He said that if they were going to advance in America, they needed to speak English. From that day, my dad was forbidden to speak French. 40 years later, Dad told me about this. I asked him if he could still speak French. He told me that he could not remember any French words, much less speak the language. He had lost it completely. I find it very amazing that someone would forget how to speak their native language. But that's what happens when you don't use it. Where this principle of use is most important is in our spiritual life. Right now, you have a particular amount of faith, hope, and love for God. If you use these virtues, you will grow in them. But if you become spiritually lazy, you will lose what you now have. For example, take a high school senior who has graduated and is heading off to college in the fall. Many times, these young Catholics stop practicing the faith in the way they had been when they were living at home with the encouragement of mom and dad. They stop going to Mass and confession. They stop praying. There's no longer a youth group or any Christian fellowship. They begin to live a secular life in a thoroughly secular environment. By the time they graduate from college, they have lost whatever faith, hope, and love of God that they once had. Many don't even believe that God exists. What a tragedy. It could be so different. Those 4 years of college could be one of the greatest spiritual growth periods of life. If a young Catholic practices his faith at college, it will be obvious to everyone, and he will face many challenges, both morally and intellectually. Attempting to meet the challenges will force him to use every bit of faith he has, and that will make him ever stronger in his faith. The hostile environment of a secular college campus is a fantastic opportunity for spiritual growth, just like boot camp makes a Marine out of a man. Some young Catholics who use their faith during those 4 years emerge from college with a faith in God that is stronger than they had ever thought was possible. My dear friend, do you want a stronger faith? Use whatever faith you currently possess. It doesn't matter if it is a little or a lot. Use what faith you have, and you will get more faith. Never stop the spiritual training, and you will continue to grow in the image of God that you were created to be.